But before we start, of course, we have to warm up a little bit. So I invite you to have a seat on your mat. And you can sit in any way that feels comfortable to you. All right, so welcome everybody. I think the mics are off now, so I can't hear you. So we'll sit quietly for a moment to center ourselves. So let us sit up nice and tall, reaching the crown to the ceiling, squeezing the shoulders to your ears and letting them fall. Hands resting in the lap, lift the sternum away from the belly button, and then close your eyes. Let's just breathe out our day. Take a big, 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 big breath in, all the way up to that sternum. Fill your lungs up, and exhale it with a sigh. Just let go of your day. And a sense of calm and peace to the body and the mind. As we just sit still for a minute or so, just to get ourselves ready. It's a time for you to draw into your present moment on your mat. So feel your surroundings, your eyes are closed. Notice the sounds around you. What sounds are you hearing now? Some pleasant, some unpleasant, but just listen to all of them. Bring them in. If there's anything in particular that you're thinking about now, I invite you to allow it to float away. It's real, it's there. Don't push it away, just not hold on to any thoughts at this time. Let them float away, you can pick them back up later. And take a quick note of how you're feeling. So of course we don't want to think about anything, we don't want to figure anything out. So let it all go now. Allow that mind chatter to fall away. Aim here is to just be with you on your mat and doing what feels right for you. Why did I come to my mat today? What is the purpose of being on that mat, of being in this present moment? And now we connect to the yogic breath as you draw that oxygen in through both nostrils. Feel the little tips of the nostrils as you bring the air in. Fill your lungs up from behind that belly button all the way to the sternum. And then exhale from the sternum down to the belly button, all the way up. Try to squeeze as much air as you can from the bottom of those lungs, which is behind that belly button. Because, you know, we tend to be shallow breathers during the day. And sometimes the air just settles down there. So just breathe it all out. On the next exhale, I invite you to drop your chin to your chest. Quickly take your right ear to the right shoulder. Dropping that left shoulder down to feel a stretch on the left side, and then chin to chest, right ear to right shoulder. Feeling the stretch in the right side of the neck. Just one more like this. Chin to chest, right ear to right shoulder. And chin to chest, left ear to left shoulder. Dropping the chin to the chest as breathe the head back up to center. Open your eyes. Welcome again, everybody, to Moon Salutations today. And remember to do what you can, watch your pace. All right, so before we get up, I'd like us to just do a couple of little stretches here. Okay, so right hand on the right side of the mat. Let's inhale that left hand up and take a little side bend here. Stretching the left side of your body as you bend over into the right. And then switch sides. So make sure you're lifting that spine up before you bend it over. Stretching up that right side of the body. And release it. Okay, we're going to put the hands in front of us. We're going to work the fingers and the wrist. So as you press your hands down, lean forward into this and go into the fingertips, right down into your fingertips. Drop the shoulders away from the ears and press into the fingertips. So you're from the thumb, the index finger, middle finger, ring finger, and your little fingers pressing down into the mat. Good. And come up to center. You're going to draw the hands closer to the body. Turn the fingers slightly out to the side. And then press from the wrist all the way down into your fingers as you lean that upper body forward. Shoulders back. You're also getting a little spine stretch, and you're getting a little workout in the hip area there. So everything is going on here. So press fingers, all 5 fingers on both hands, and press into the wrist and just lean forward into this. Lift the sternum away from the belly button. Shoulders are back. And come up to center. Interlace the fingers behind your body. Squeeze those palms together. Pull the shoulders. Lift up your spine, and you can draw the shoulders up to the neck and look up towards the ceiling. Breathe. And release. Let us work our way up to standing. We're going to come into table position. Just let us release the spine and the hips a little bit more. So knees under those hips and your wrists underneath the shoulders. And lift up your chest. Shoulders slide down your back. Take a breath as you exhale. Roll the tailbone underneath you. Begin to push the spine up to the ceiling. Then the shoulder blades slide away from the spine, and then you drop your neck and your head. So keep pressing into your hands as you lift that spine up. Notice the chest. Notice your back of the feet on your mat, your knees. And then leaving the head there, we're going to lift the tailbone first. Slide the shoulder blades down your back, and then you can lift the neck and head and look forward. Let's do that one more time. Exhale, roll that tailbone underneath you. Pushing the spine up, feel those shoulder blades. Drop that head now. And then reverse it, lift the tailbone. The belly just drops down towards the mat, shoulders down, and then the head goes out there. So take a breath, we're going to press into the toes and lift yourself up in a little downward dog here. Bending your knees, and you can take a little doggy for a walk before we take the doggy outside to see the moon. Corny, right? Right, so up and down with that leg. Good, just make some movements. Maybe you want to shake the hips around. Maybe you want to make circles. Good. Take a breath now, look up and walk slowly and carefully to the middle of your mat. Parallel your feet, bend your knees. We're going to take hold of opposite elbows and let your head relax in that little box you formed with the arms, upper arms in. Come into your flat back. Exhale, fold. Arms nice and wide as you press into the feet. Palms come up above the skull. Lift up your spine, come into a very slight back. And release the hands down to your sides. Good. So, a couple more here as we stand. Remember that the breath is very important, everybody, so keep that breath going. So we are standing in mountain pose, Tadasana, pressing into the feet, and engage all the muscles, kneecaps, thighs, pelvic floor muscles, lift the sternum, relax your arms, breathe. Find a spot out there in front of you. You're going to lean over into your left foot. Pick up the right foot, just hold the foot somewhere here, maybe by the ankle. If you're not balancing too much today, you can hold on to something. Lift up the chest. Now take your heel and press it into the buttocks and drop the knee down as much as you can. Nice soft gaze out there in front of you. Breathe in, breathe out. And now we're going to take that leg up, hold it underneath of the leg, draw it up towards the chest, drop the shoulders down, and stretch that leg out, and release it down. Okay, other side. So you want to press down into the standing leg, find something out there to stare at, bend the left knee, hold the leg, pull the heel into the buttocks and drop that knee down as much as you can, feeling that stretch in the quadriceps. Breathe here, inhale, exhale. Let's take that leg up and stretch it out. Take it in and release it down. Good. And just shake it out. Okay. We're going to do a few rounds of the breath of joy so that we can really warm up the body to start our sun salutations. So breath of joy, you step a little bit wider than hip width apart. Breath of joy is the one where we inhale a little bit into the lung, more into the lung, full lung, and then we exhale. Make sure you're bending those knees when you exhale the breath all the way out. And listen to this. Fire up the lungs, get the circulation going. All right, so let's go. Inhale, 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 exhale, inhale, 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 exhale. Ha. Ha. Two more. Ha. Last one. Ha. And stay down and round all your way to standing. Good. Just shake it out. Okay, we're going to come to the left side of your mat. Stand on the long edge of your mat. So we're not going to the top of the mat, to the short end. So turn your body and stand towards the left side of your mat so we can kind of stay together. All right, so again, we're in mountain pose, pressing the soles of the feet down. And please, everybody, just take a deep breath here and let it all go. Remember the message I sent to you earlier today. So just make it your own. If we're doing something and your body isn't ready for that today and you want to try something else for yourself, just go ahead. Okay, remember it's your class, your body, your needs, your yoga. All right, so here we go. We're standing in mountain pose. Take a deep breath in and just let everything out. Let it go. Wow. So we're going to begin. Inhaling, arms up. Good. Pressing the palms together, wiggling spine, and come into a very slight back bend. Good. Take a breath, coming back, head forward. You're going to lean over to your right side. So you're taking a little lateral bend here. Come up to center, bend to the left. Come up to center, step that right leg out. Come into 5 pointed stars. The fingers are pointing up to the ceiling. So you're like a little starfish here. So you're pressing down into the feet, you're drawing the your thighs up, kneecaps and all, and press those fingers up. From here, you turn your toes out, bend your knees, and let's go down into goddess pose. Bring in the arms back, take the thighs back, breathe here, goddess. Okay, from here, we're going to come into warrior 2. So we're going to turn your left toe slightly in, keep your right knee bent, take your arms out, make sure that right thigh is pressed to what's behind you there. Lift up that chest, breathe. So this is like a nice, relaxed moon warriors here today. How about that? Breathing in, breathing out. Taking this into triangle. Straighten that right leg, lean forward. Rest your right hand into the thigh and left hand up. Open up that chest. Look down at the mat. If neck bothers you, anchor yourself through the feet. Squeezing up the knees and the thighs. Breathe in. Go drop that top hand. Bend that front knee. Jump that back leg in and fold. Drape that chest over that side for pyramid posture. So in this posture, your right hip goes back, left hip comes forward, and you just melt towards the thigh. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale. And exhale. Now we're going to take this into crescent moon. So drop your left knee onto the mat, like you're doing a lunge. Inhale those arms up. Good. So we're in a lunge position here. Lift up your upper back. Lift up as high as you can. Interlace the fingers and lift the spine much more. Lift up, lift up. And then bend back into crescent moon. Breathe. Salute in that moon. Inhale. Exhale. Dropping the hands down to the right foot. Bring that left knee off your mat. Turn to the long edge of your mat. Hold forward. If you'd like, you can go over to one side like this, or like a half lunge here, and we go to the other side. If not, just turn now to face the top end of your mat. We're reversing the movement now, so the first thing we do is a crescent lunge on the other side. So come up, make sure you're lifting your spine and you're bending it back. Breathe here, inhale, exhale. Dropping the hands down, preparing for pyramid. Jump the back foot in a little bit, right hip comes forward, left hip back, and just drop that chest, melt it down towards the thigh, breathe. Taking this into triangle, your left hand comes inside the left foot, draw it up as you lift up and come into triangle. Push that chest back, reach that arm up or take it to the back of your body, doesn't matter. Remember, we are doing what we can. Good, and then we're going to take this into warrior. Bend that front knee, arms out here, breathe in, breathe out. From here, we go to goddess. Inhale, exhale, 5-pointed star. Hands on the hips, hop over to your right. Okay, starting on this side now, let's go. Arms up, bend to your left, all right, other side, good. Open up, 5-pointed star. Goddess. Take a breath. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, we're coming up for warrior. So we're going to straighten up turn that back leg. Bend into the front knee. Arms out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Straighten that front leg. Triangle. Push back. Inhale. Exhale. Drop that hand. Turn that back leg in. Pyramid pose. Drawing that left hip back, right hip forward. Into crescent moon. Inhale those arms up. Lift up your spine. Come into your back neck. Breathe in, breathe out. Down onto the mat. Lift up that back knee. Turn to the front. Good. We can go this side, whatever you want to do. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Inhale, exhale. Coming up now, into goddess. Breathe in, breathe out. 5-pointed star, lift up that chest. Hands on your hips, bend your knees, and step over to the left. Take a moment, take a breath. Again, inhale, arms up. Exhale, bend to one side. Then the other. Good. Open up, 5-pointed star. Taking your time here. Breathe. Goddess. Good. Arms out. Warrior 2. Good. Triangle. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Get ready for pyramid. Drop that hand. Back leg in. Drape over that right thigh. Inhale. Exhale. Down onto your knees. Crescent lunge. Inhale. Do what you can. Exhale. Good. Coming down. Straighten that back leg. Come into folding forward here. You can do a little stretch. Good. Coming up into goddess. Breathe in, breathe out. 5-pointed star. Okay, hands on the hips. Jump to the other side. Take a breath. Inhale. Exhale. Arms up. Good. Exhale. Up. Other side. Up. Step wide. 5-pointed star. Goddess pose. Bring those shoulders back. Bring those thighs back. Breathe. Good. Let's come into warrior. Bending into that left knee, pressing to the outer corner of the back leg. Inhale. Exhale. Straighten that front leg. Triangle. Open up that chest. Breathe in, breathe out. Drop that top hand. Take that leg in. Drift forward. Onto that back knee. Inhale those arms up, crescent lunge. Stretch that spine up before you bend it back. Good, coming down. Take a stretch. If you want to do this one, you can. Good. Coming up. Goddess. 5-pointed star. Good. Hands on the hips. And jump. Take a breath. Take a moment. Inhale, arms up. Good. Exhale, bend to one side. And then the other side. Stand. 5-pointed star. Reaching those arms up. Press those feet down. Turn the toes slightly out. Into goddess. Pulling the shoulders back. Breathe. Let's take this into warrior 2. Inhale. Exhale. Straighten that front leg. Triangle. Good. Taking your time. Going at your pace. Okay. Drop that top hand. Step that back leg in. Drape over that right thigh. Right hip back. Take a breath. Good. Let's go. Inhale. Lift your spine, everybody, before we bend it back. Maybe you can bend a little bit more this time. This body's nice and warm. And release the hands down. Take a stretch. Good. Let's take the hands behind the back this time. Interlace the fingers. Pull the palms together and raise those hands slightly up your back. Drop that head down. Breathe in, breathe out. Okay. Releasing the hands, let's come up into goddess. Turn your toes out for goddess. 5-pointed star. Hands on the hips. Jump into the other side. Take a moment, take a breath. Whew, okay. Feeling it now, right? Let's go. Inhale, arms up. Stretching. Side bend, lateral stretch. Up. Other side. Up. Step wide. Turn those toes out. 5-pointed star. Going ahead of a step. Into goddess. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Taking this into warrior on that side now. With the left knee bent. Right leg pushes down. Breathe in, breathe out. Good. Into triangle. Feel what you're doing here. Breathe. Open up. Good. Drop that top hand. Turn that leg in. Drape yourself down. So draw that right hip slightly in, left hip slightly back. Onto that right knee. Inhale those arms up. Good. Take a nice deep stretch here. And release the hands down. Straighten up that back leg. Coming into triangle. Into warrior. Breathe in, breathe out. Good. Let's go for our let's got a brain freeze. Sorry guys. Oh God, let's pose. Breathe. And then into upward star here. So press those fingers up, lift up, squeeze the knees, breathe, inhale, exhale. Good. Hands on the hips and jump to the first side. So we're going to do one more set of these. Take a moment, take a breath. Good. So let's take this one a little slower and really get into the feelings and the sensations of each pose. All right, and I'm going to add something to our warrior for this one. So one more set here. So let's go. Step nice and wide, turning the toes out. 5-pointed star, pressing those fingers up, drawing your shoulders down. Let's pay attention to this. What are you drawing up those kneecaps? Pushing the feet down, breathe. Nice strong pose here. Inhale. Exhale. Then we're going to bend the knees, turn the toes out if necessary. Bend your knees and bend your arms in that cactus position. Open up those thighs. Feeling this now. Breathe in. Breathe out. Taking this into warrior 2. So you straighten up that back leg. Scoop the front foot out. Bend into the knee. Maybe you want to go deeper in your warrior here. And stretch those arms out. Now, drop your left hand to the back of the left thigh. And we raise that right hand up. Lean back. Look up. Are you seeing that beautiful moon? Maybe you want to wave to the moon. The moon, a little wave. Oh, God, praise guys. Good. Let's come up back into warrior 2. Straighten that front knee. Lean into that side. Drop that hand down. And then the other one comes up for your triangle. So how do you feel in your triangle right now? Are you feeling really open? Are you pulling up in the thighs and the knees? Right. Find that comfortable place for the neck. One more breath. Bend that front knee, drop your top hand, and then you're going to jump that back foot in. Good. Fall down into pyramid. So the right hip goes back, left hip comes forward a little bit, and your nose just comes, just no tension there. Shake your head, yes and no, and then nothing is happening there. So just breathe into your pyramid. Feel it, make sure your back is nice and long. Inhale, exhale, bend into that front knee slightly, and then you're going to come down onto the right knee, which of course is under that hip, and the left knee is over that left ankle. Inhale those arms up. Okay, so before we go into crescent lunge, just raise those arms up, drop those shoulders down. Okay? Find that steadiness and that comfort in what we're doing here. Pulling through the core. Take your palms together, interlace the fingers. You can do a temple position if you like. Take a breath here. We're going to lift those arms up. Lift up your spine. Come into your back bend. Some people like a very deep back bend, some not so deep. So you make sure you're lifting up that spine before you bend it back. You're anchoring yourself through the feet and the knee on the mat there. Breathe in, breathe out. You can open your mouth and breathe through the mouth here. Ooh. Good. Coming back to center. Take your hands to your mat. Straighten up that back leg. Roll, come to the long edge of your mat like so. Turning those toes out. Fold down. Take the hands behind your body. Interlace the fingers. Remember your knees are soft here. And if you choose to, you can begin to raise your hands up off your back. Dropping that head down. Squeezing those shoulder blades into the spine. Squeezing, squeezing, nice and tight. Breathe in, breathe out. Good. Release the hands to the mat. Turn to the other side now. Dropping that knee down. Okay, check in with yourself on this side. The knee and the hip should be in one line here. And check your front legs. We're just taking a little time here. All right, so we come up. Okay, inhale those arms up. So for this one, we're just going to stay here for a moment, feeling the body, steadying yourself. Then we take that temple position and lift those arms up now. Take a breath. As you exhale, use the exhale to lift that spine right up, high, high, high. And then exhale as you bend back. So you can start out slow and you can end up in that full expression of the back bend. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. Coming back to center. Good. Turn those toes under. Lift that knee up off the mat in preparation for pyramid. So you can jump that foot in a little bit if you'd like to. And then now your right hip comes forward, left hip comes back. And just drape down towards that knee. Chest towards that back. Inhale, steady and comfortable. Breathe in, breathe out. Okay, now we're going to take the left hand on the inside of the left thigh. Check in with that back leg, that right foot. And then draw yourself up to your position for your triangle. So we don't want to be like this in a triangle. You want to open up that upper body. Pull that right shoulder back. Lift the sternum away from that belly button. And you can choose your hand position if you like it up here, at the back. You can look down at the ground. So check in with the feet, kneecaps drawn up. Always the triangle feeling on this side. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. Getting ready for our warrior. So you're going to bend into that front knee. Take those arms up. Drop that back leg to the back hand to the back leg. We're going to raise that front hand up. And you can take your time to slide down. Check in with that left knee that you're pulling it back towards the wall. And remember what we did on the other side? We wave to the moon. Look up and wave. Hi, moon. Hi, moon. Thanks for lighting us up at night, moon. Breathe in, breathe out. Good. Coming back into warrior. 2. Breathe in, breathe out. Left leg back. Inhale. Exhale. Let us come into our goddess pose. Yes. Squeezing the shoulders back. Lift that chest. Good. Just sink a little deeper if you can. If you can't, you can stand like this. Inhale. Exhale. Okay. 5 pointed star. Fingers pressing up to the ceiling. Lift that chest. Drop the shoulders. Anchor yourself through the feet. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Good. And we're going to put the hands on the hips. Bend your knees. And take your feet together in the center of your mat. And thank you, ladies. We did a lovely set of Moon Salute. That was wonderful. All right, so no, not finished. So let's just stand for a moment here. Just integrating everything we've done. You're going to press the soles of the feet into the mat. Lift up the knees. Thigh muscles drawn back to the thigh bone. Lift that sternum. If it feels right for you, close your eyes. Just follow that breath in. And follow that breath out. The effects of the many rounds of Moon Salute that we just did, Moon Salutations. And this is the version that we were taught in the Kapala tradition. Many different types of Moon Salutations are out there. Okay, I'm going to open your eyes. Okay, let's come and turn to the front of your mat. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Notice how cooling the Moon Salutes are compared to the sun. So we're going to step back. Come into your plank push-up position. So push your heels back. Lift up your buttocks. You don't want to drop the buttocks too low to the mat. So lift it up a little bit. Shoulders down and your nose points towards your mat. Squeeze up the knees. Let's breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Onto the knees. And we're going to lie down onto our belly now. So come all the way down onto your tummy. And rest. So your big toes will turn in to touch each other. And you can turn your head to one side or the other. Or you can just rest on the chin. So you can choose what's right for you. And just feel the effects again of everything that you've done so far. Breathing in, breathing out. Okay, from here, you're going to draw your right knee up like this towards that elbow. You may move the hand position if you like, if you want to stretch it out and just rest on the cheek. Notice here what is happening. You can choose your hands. You can just lie on one hand and have the other one beside you like this. Keep your eyes closed. And draw that knee as high up as you can towards that side of your body. Inhale. Don't fall asleep now. Exhale. Just carrying the softness of the moon salutations through the rest of the class. Inhale. Exhale. We're going to slide that right leg out. Bring it over now to meet the left. You can choose to turn the head to the left or wherever you like it, doesn't matter. And then we draw the left knee right up as far up as you can get it. And just melt down. Just feel. Notice the release of any tension. Feel how relaxed you feel here. Inhale. And exhale. Draw the knee a little higher if possible. If not, just let it stay where it is. Choose your hand position or your head position. And then slide the hand back to each other so they're together. And slide that leg back to meet the other one. And take a breath. So just rest the chin or your forehead on the back of your hands. Elbows are pivoted up to the side. And you're going to just raise that right leg up off the mat. So when you raise it off the mat, you want to stretch it to touch what's behind you there. When you do that, just notice the left hip comes off the mat slightly. So just go over to that left side and press that hip back into the mat. So we keep the evenness in the lower spine. You want to be even on both sides of your body. If you want to move the hands, you can always rest the hands beside you like this. So that's why I want you to pay attention and to find what works for you. Not because I'm doing something means that you have to do it as well. All right, so work it out and release it down. So I'll give the general directions and leave you to find that comfortable place for yourself. So we go to the other side. So lift up your left thigh, press the foot out to what's behind you there. And then notice this hip comes up, the right hip comes up a little bit. So what you want to do is press that right hip back down into the mat as you stretch that left leg off the mat, out there behind you. And release it down. Now put both hands underneath your body. Feel for the crease at the top of the thigh. Some people like to put your hands as a fist in that crease. Close to the pubic bone or anywhere around there. And then we're going to lever the two legs up now. So take a breath. As you exhale, you're going to lift both legs off the mat. Squeeze the buttocks nice and tight and stretch those legs out there. Dropping the shoulders down. Just take it nice and soft. No tension. Lifting those legs. Feeling your lower back. Feeling your buttocks. Noticing the breath. And release. Take the hands out and just shake them out. And then we're going to do cobra, and then we get up off the belly. So the cobra now, you want to put your hands as far out of the edges of your mat as you want to. Pressing down into your pelvic triangle, that's the hip bones and the pubic bone. And then you're going to push the floor away from you as you lift your upper body up. When you get here, when you get up, you want to pull those elbows a little further into your body. Lift that sternum up. Pull those shoulders back and shoot that chest out there. Taking all the pressure off of your back. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale. Exhale and lower down. Okay, curling the toes under. We're going to press up. Walk your knees up. Take your knees really, really wide. Pull your big toes together. Push your buttocks back. And then you can walk your hands out. You can put a cushion or something under the chest here and just lie all the way down in child's pose. If child is not working for you, everything has a modification. You can go into your puppy stretch. All right, so we all know puppy stretch. Buttocks up in the air, relax now, breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, let's slowly press into the palms and lift yourselves up. Walk your knees in. We're going to sit sideways, taking your feet to the right side. Okay, feet to the right. Take a breath and inhale your left hand over to the right ankle or the right side. Your other hand, your right hand, is beside you. You're going to inhale, lift up your chest, and take a little twist here, just a half twist. So the shoulders go back, bring that smile to the face, close your eyes. Keep that chest lifted, keep the softness everywhere. And breathe. So notice the difference in this type of twist to the one that we usually do. You can also sit cross-legged, yes. If this is not available to you today, that's a little easy twist there. Okay, and we slowly come back to center. All right, let's change the feet around. Take them over to the other side. You find that you're sitting more into the right buttocks and lifting that left hip up. So you're sideways like this. You will want to put something under that hip to raise it up so you can lean a little bit more into the left side. So try that. And this time, the right hand is going to come across to the left shin or the left ankle, wherever you can manage. Don't force. Lift up your chest. Your left hand is beside you. Lift up your chest and then just do a half twist over to that left side. Check in with the shoulders, check in with your sternum. Are you lifting that sternum? Check in with that smile on that beautiful face of yours. Just giving thanks for everything in our lives at this time. Giving thanks for the fact that we can come here on our mat. Just let ourselves go. We can just be with ourselves. We can be truthful and honest with ourselves. Twisting around and slowly come back to center. And you know, some people are not keen on the Zoom classes. And yet others like it because they're private. They're in their own private sacred space, and they're just allowing themselves to just be with themselves, to get into letting go of certain things or to learn about your body. Wow, this, I didn't realize that this hip was so and so, and we can really focus on ourselves. So it's nice to be sometimes. I know it's going on a bit long because it's over a year now, but you know, we just have to find the good in everything that's happening to us here. So from here, we're going to roll down onto our back, taking it easy and slow as you come down onto your back. Walk your heels in towards your buttocks. Drawing your shoulders down away from your ears. And I invite you now to step outside of your mat, both sides, and then pull your inner knees in towards each other. It's something like this, okay? So your feet are perhaps on the outside edges of your mat, and your knees, inner knees just fall into place. So roll your shoulders down away from your ears. Take your hands behind your skull and open the elbows out to the sides. So you're giving a little support to your head. Drop the chin slightly down, shoulders pressing into the mat. Take a breath here. Focus on your breath. Drawing that oxygen, that life force into your lungs, traveling to the rest of the body to nourish you. Exhale all the stuff you don't need on that. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, just walk your feet back in towards each other. Bring the thighs in towards the chest. Keep your hands behind the skull. You breathe both legs up towards the ceiling. You get a little stretch here. Notice your knees. If they're not straight in, please don't force them. Just leave them bent. Breathe in, breathe out. Bend your knees. Let's drop both thighs over to your right side. Remember, you can have a support in between your knees or underneath the one, that's the right one, that's falling to the ground. Hands up behind the skull, elbows out to the sides, and then just turn a little bit towards the left side. Let your hands support your head today. And then feel this twist once more. Relax your shoulders, everybody. Breath in and out. Then if you have the space, you're going to take that top leg up. Take away your right hand away from the back of the skull, leave the left hand there. You're going to hold that leg, straight it out. See what I'm doing here? And then draw it up towards you. Yeah, that shoulder a little bit. You can rest it on the mat and deepen that stretch. So take that right hand and hold that left leg. Now the right leg, you can take the heel closer in towards the buttocks. And just relax there and breathe. You want to notice everything. Notice the top of that right thigh, the left thigh, the right knee, the left foot on the ground, right foot on the ground. Notice the shoulders, left and right. Notice the twist. Okay, now bend that top knee, the left knee, slide it back in, release the hand behind the skull once more. And then we're going to turn the nose up, take the top leg up, bottom leg follows it. Shift the buttocks over to the right a little bit as you drop your thighs to the left. Keep the thighs and the knees together. Hands behind the skull, and you can turn your upper body slightly to the right. So relax those shoulders, relax those arms, relax your face. Breathe into the right rib cage. Open up that rib cage with the inhale. Try to relax into this side. Now we're going to pull your left hand out from behind the skull. Take that left foot up. Straighten it. Obviously, I can't straighten mine. That wall, but you can probably straighten yours out. Right? Hold it with the left hand and draw that thigh, that foot, everything up towards that left shoulder. Now, pay attention to the left one on the mat. You want to bend the knee a little bit more and slide the heel a little bit into the buttocks. As you take that top leg and straighten it and carefully bring it up towards that shoulder or that side of your body there. Adjust yourself according to your needs. Notice it there. Let it melt down, everybody. Don't hold tension in. I'm going to slowly release the leg, bend the knee, put it back on top of the other one. Take your hand back to the skull. Turning the nose up to the ceiling, bring the top leg up first, bottom leg follows it. And then you're going to shift over onto your back. Then you can release the hands behind the skull. In fact, take your hands to the skull, back to the skull, and pull your neck up and out away from the shoulder. So use your hands to help you. Pull that skull up. Lengthen your neck. Then release your hands to your sides. Roll one shoulder down and then the other. And then you're going to cross that right leg on top of the neck. You're going to stay just like this. And we're going to work the foot exercises on the right one only. So toes towards the knee, flexing that foot. And then point your toes. Flex your foot. And point. Change it back to the flex. And change it to the point. And then circle that ankle. So make sure the ankle is away from the left thigh. Circle that right ankle. And reverse it. Coming back to center, spread your toes nice and wide and scrunch them up. Spread them and scrunch them. One more. Spread and scrunch. Good. And then release that leg. And let's go to the other side. So cross over. Even the ankle out. And let's begin. Flex. So draw those toes up towards the knees, pushing that heel out. And then point. And flex. And point. Change it back to the flex again. And point it. Nice strong point. And then circle for the ankle. And reverse it. And then spread the toes wide. And scrunch them up. Spread them wide. And scrunch them. And one more, spread them. And scrunch. And release that leg. Good. And then take the thighs into the chest. Put a palm on top of each knee. And draw your circles. Use the length of your arms. Draw those circles. So come into the chest, take them over to the right, draw them all the way out to what's in front of you, and then you circle to the left and back into the chest. Massaging your internal organs here when you do this, so pay attention to all of that happening. And then this time as the thigh comes back to the chest, you're going to reverse that circle. Again, just noticing the sacrum, the base of the spine. Nice. Okay, I'm going to squeeze those thighs down to the chest. And then release the legs out. Left leg and right leg stretches all the way out. Stretch your upper body and your arms in the opposite direction. Take a nice stretch here. And then release your hands to your sides. So we're getting ready for a few minutes of relaxation here. And the pose is called Shavasana. So draw your right shoulder down and your left shoulder down. Chin very slightly down. Arms slide away from your body. Palms can be up or down. And then just walk your heels away from each other also. Let your feet relax. Take a big breath in, side out. Ah. Just take a quick note of how you're feeling. Just notice yourself just melting down to your mat. Scan your body, check in with yourself. Sure you're sorry, not holding tension anywhere. Feet and toes, hips and shoulders, neck and your face. Ah. Just slowly begin now to awaken your body. Take a nice big deep breath in. Continue yourself to a stretch. It's natural to you at this time. When you're ready, roll onto your side and hug yourself in fetal position. Pressing into the top hand, extend your top leg. Slowly push yourself back up into your comfortable seated position. Keeping your eyes closed. Moving the flesh away from your sitting bones, plug them in, lift the crown to the ceiling. Let's take that soft smile in again, and that smile to your face. May we all be peaceful and at ease. May we all be well. May we all be filled with loving kindness. And may we all be happy. And Before we open our eyes, I'm just going to read that little poem I sent out yesterday. If you see the full moon tonight, take time to breathe in her magical light. Release their burdens into the moonbeams. Then follow your dancing heart into your dreams. Adeo, Shanti, Shanti.